Welcome to the Alchemy of Emotions, where feelings find their voice. I'm Gemma Marr, your guide and emotional translator. Each week, an emotion will tell its story, and through guided meditation and reflection, you'll gain perspective and learn to express your emotions in a healthy, empowered way. I am anger, the flame that rises when something sacred is crossed. I was born the first time a boundary was broken, when the heart learned it could bleed. They have labeled me dangerous, destructive, unworthy of light. Yet I am the heat that forges strength, the roar that protects what love built. I do not come to harm you. I come to remind you that you matter. When I arrive, I am saying, something precious deserves your defense. Before the heart had words, there was a gate of fire. Beyond it lay the self, soft, luminous, and whole. And at that gate stood anger, the first guardian. In the beginning, anger was pure energy, the spark of no that allowed yes to mean something. It protected life from being swallowed, shaped edges where none existed, and gave the soul the strength to say, this is mine to keep. But as the ages passed, the world forgot the sacred role of this flame. Children learned that silence was safer than truth. They were told that kindness meant shrinking, that love required swallowing their voice. And so anger, once noble and radiant, was chained in the cellar of the psyche. There, deprived of air, it grew distorted, erupting as rage, seething as resentment, burning anything that came too close. Yet even in exile, anger never stopped serving. Every outburst, every clenched jaw, every surge of heat was the guardian knocking from the inside, whispering, something sacred is being misused. In the language of psychology, anger is the body's alarm, the surge of adrenaline that demands we defend our dignity, our safety, and our truth. But in the language of alchemy, anger is fire, the element that transforms lead into gold. When tended, it does not destroy, it refines. It burns through false peace, clarifies boundaries, and returns power to its rightful owner. To work with anger is not to extinguish it, but to learn its rhythm, to breathe when it rises, to listen to its message, to move it through without harm. For when the guardian's fire is honored, it becomes light. It illuminates where we've been betrayed, where we've abandoned ourselves, and where it's time to rebuild the gate with care and courage. And so, anger still stands at the threshold, fierce, loyal, waiting. Not your enemy, but your protector. Not a monster, but a mirror, reflecting the worth you've forgotten. When you meet it with breath and respect, the flames soften, and in that glow, you see the truth. You are never too much. You are simply remembering your power. Now, take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly release it through your mouth. Again, Inhale deeply and exhale, letting the body begin to settle. Let your eyes close. Feel the weight of your body supported by the surface beneath you, the ground, the chair, the earth. You are safe here. There is nothing to fight, nothing to prove, nothing to fix. Now bring your awareness inward, toward the space behind your ribs. Imagine a soft, red ember glowing at the center of your being. This is the spark of anger, the guardian of boundaries. It is warm, not wild, alive, but not consuming. Take another breath and notice. Does the ember feel small and hidden? Or does it flare a little brighter when you bring attention to it? Whatever you find, honor it. If you feared this fire, that's okay. It's been misunderstood for centuries, mistaken for chaos when it was really a call to truth. With each breath, allow the ember to expand, just enough to fill your chest with warmth. This is not the fire that destroys. This is the fire that clarifies. It shows you where your no is sacred and where your yes deserves protection. Now imagine anger standing before you, not as a storm, but as a being of flame and focus, strong, steady, ancient. See how the fire in their eyes mirrors your own strength. Notice how calm their presence is when they are seen instead of suppressed. In your mind, say to this guardian, I am ready to listen. Pause and let the silence speak. Ask inwardly, what boundary of mine needs tending? Where have I swallowed my truth to keep the peace? What am I protecting when I feel this fire rise? Allow whatever answers or images arise. They don't have to make sense yet. Simply witness them with curiosity. If emotions stir, tension, tears, heat, breathe through them. This is your body releasing the weight of unspoken defense. The guardian's fire is clearing space for honesty to live here again. Now imagine placing your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth of your own skin and say softly to yourself, my anger is not my enemy. It is my teacher, my protector, and my signal of self-respect. Take one more slow, deep breath. As you exhale, imagine the fire settling back into a gentle glow, steady, grounded, eternal. It does not vanish. It simply rests. It will rise again when you need it. But now, you will know how to meet it with grace. When you're ready, begin to bring your awareness back to the room. Feel your fingers, your toes, your breath. And as you open your eyes, remember, you are not the fire's victim. You are its keeper. Take a moment to notice how you feel now. What changed when you allowed yourself to meet anger, not as a threat, but as a teacher? You may feel warmth, release, or even a strange calm. That's the nervous system remembering safety within power. Anger doesn't demand that you explode. It asks that you express with clarity, not cruelty. The next time you feel it rise, pause and breathe. Ask yourself, what truth is this fire trying to protect? You can honor anger by moving your body, stretching, walking, writing, singing, and creating. Movement transforms energy. Suppression stores it. Let the fire breathe. When spoken with awareness, anger becomes language for self-respect. It teaches you that peace without boundaries is not peace. It's self-abandonment. Your task isn't to silence anger, but to translate it. Let it show you what safety, honesty, and sovereignty sound like in your own voice. I'm going to give you some gentle journaling prompts for integration, and I'd like you to revisit them later when you have a quiet moment and you can contemplate them. The first one is, what situations or patterns make my body heat with anger? And what deeper truth might that heat be protecting? And next, how can I express anger in ways that honor both myself and others? Remember, anger is not the enemy of peace. It is the threshold to it, the flame that clears the way for honesty and balance. When you honor your fire, you stop burning yourself to keep others warm. The emotional voice is endless, and there are many stories to tell. If this episode of the Alchemy of Ancient Emotions resonated with you, follow the show. The path to personal power is paved with the voices of emotion.